Okay, it's a beautiful day here today. Look at that. I'm just gonna go real kind of slow. And I'm starting out over here because I love nature. You see the ducks over here? Right in front of me here. But God, what a beautiful day. Nice sunny afternoon. And, I normally don't have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about, but today I kind of do. And I was having a conversation with a fellow infantry. Another fucking grunt. And I don't know, I was just thinking about all the different elements that happen in our lives and what I see happening to the United States as a whole and the level of police brutality. Look, if you don't have due process before, during, or after contact with any police officer, you don't have shit to have confidence in. See, part of their function is that they uphold your ability to do that, not fucking destroy it. It's called due process. It's huge. It means everything. It means that you have a right to your First Amendment. You have a right to practice that. We describe it as the First Amendment, to give it words to a right that you already possess. And government has a duty to protect. It's the whole reason for men to come together, and women to come together for our common good. To ensure that your ability to speak your mind is not infringed upon. And the duty is to protect that. It's the purpose that government is instituted. So, meaning that you have a right to speak your mind, and any officer, whether it be a municipal officer, a sheriff's deputy, or anyone else in any form of law enforcement, has a duty to ensure the protection of the right of every American citizen, whether you fucking like it or not, whether you're having a bad fucking hair day or not. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. That's your duty. If you don't like the goddamn job, go fucking mow lawns. Go do something else. That's your goddamn duty. It's called due process. And every American citizen has the right to walk around with full fucking confidence that right is respected. And if it's infringed upon, especially by those who are given the ability and the authority to ensure its protection, well, then we know who's fucked, don't we? We know who's in the wrong. What a fucked up country this has become. I don't care if you like The Messenger or not. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to practice something called empathy and understanding. We all know that there's an increase, well, at least of awareness of police brutality. Whether it's been going on to the degree that we see now, or is it worse or better, remains to be seen. But because we have these little things called phones with cameras and video capability on them, we have the ability to at least verify what we observe happening. And then, of course, the lawyers get a hold of that shit and twist it all over the fucking place. And the fucking juries go on a roller coaster ride. And most of them are so ill educated about these principles because this fucking government that was designed to ensure the protection of those rights has been used against the people to keep the people stupid. So those that are behind the wheels of that authority can manipulate those that are ignorant. These are the realities of the United States of America in 2017. This is just one element, but I want to take the example of 6 police officers fully armed, batons, tasers, fucking, bulletproof vests on, all the equipment you would expect of someone engaging in a combat zone with equally equipped combatants. Somehow you're expected to believe that a woman that weighs 105 pounds with a fucking butter knife is an equally equipped enemy combatant. This is what's been done through the mechanisms of that employment agency called the police. Their unions and the ability of those unions to influence people in power to enact legislation that benefits them solely, to reinforce their control over their people. And the populace. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're not stupid. Anyway, I want to take the individual that's on the front line. Mind you, 6 police officers fully geared with all the regalia, encountering a 105 woman armed with a fucking butter knife. Okay, we all know that pumping 40 rounds into this poor creature at almost fucking point blank range is absurd. I mean, it's heart-wrenching, really. And then the ability, and then the stand from government to flip it back on this poor woman who's in a state of mania. Maybe she has some form of mental illness and isn't aware of its full abilities herself. And in all cases, if they're ill, then that would be the case now, wouldn't it? Now, mind you, those with rational minds and full capabilities use that against the poor woman to rationalize her murder. Because that's what you have going on. So, we've established that. We know what it is. It's heart-wrenching. It's heart-sickening. I mean, it's enough to make anyone cry. You should cry over things like that. You're supposed to cry over things like that. God created us that way. You're an inbred if you think differently. So now you're one of those officers that has done this fuck up. Hey, other officers that have been in the field for fucking 10 years, 5 years, 15, 20, 30. Hey, they know that it's like the biggest fuck up that a human being could do. 6 fully fucking armed men fucking pumping 40, 50 rounds into a woman with a butter knife. If that doesn't tell you that your whole fucking organization is so fucked up that it can't fucking find its ass with both hands, then you're even more fucked up than most people I've ever come across in life. I don't believe you're that fucking stupid. You're fucking waving a red flag going, hey, fuck, this is fucked up, guys. This is way fucked up. We are not supposed to be that kind of fucking people. We're not supposed to be that kind of people. So now you got 6 officers, people that you love and you care about, that you fucking converted into fucking psychotic fucking murderers dumping fucking 40 rounds into this poor creature that God loves. Hey, and God loves those 6 officers also. Absolutely. So now you're one of those officers. How are you going to cope with the fact that you know you fucking murdered that woman? How are you going to live with yourself? What, you think your buddies are going to be around you for the next fucking 50 years? 10 years, 5 years, however long you live. And that your family members aren't going to suffer from the fact that you know that you fucking wasted that woman. That what you in fact have been told was upholding the fucking peace, or a breach of the peace of the state of whatever the fuck, that you murdered the woman. Now what? Now you got to find some fucking way to live with yourself, because you know that that's fucking, you know what? And you might have the multitude of numbers here and people patting you on the ass and on the back, but hey, listen, when you check the fuck out of this place, motherfucker, guess who you're gonna face? You're fucked. Okay, and you know you're fucked. Not only are you fucked, but the other 5 guys are fucked. So, how do we get you guys out of this position? How do we save your lives from that kind of fucking ignorance and complete absurdity that you're there to protect and serve the fucking people, when you've become something worse than the people ever themselves under the criminal justice system had never become? You've become something even worse. What a fucking monster you people have become. How do we save you? You deserve a jail cell like the rest, like anyone else. But yet you want favor upon yourselves. Well, what about everybody else, man? Pull your fucking head out of your ass. What do you want for everybody else that's sitting in a jail cell that fucked up? Because that's what you did, is you fucked up. You might get a fucking pass by society, but you can't pass your own conscience. And that's why some of you, and there are going to be statistics on it, okay, later, that many of you have blown your fucking heads off because you couldn't fucking live with it. Well, I'm trying to step in there and do something about that so you can live with it. And not under the bullshit fucking ass slapping and back slapping fucking crowd that you've been hanging with that caused the same kind of insanity in the first place. I'm talking about those other people out there that are waving a red flag and going, whoa, this is really fucked up. Whoa, this is not the kind of people we want ourselves to become. This is way fucked up. And you know you're going to go back to your circles and pray with your family and everyone else, and you're going to pray, but hey, what are you going to do about that? See? So the empathy here is understanding that people fuck up. People make very grave mistakes that the consequences are almost, well, they are uncomprehendable sometimes. But you know what? Police officers aren't the only ones that fuck up. What about all those other people that are sitting in a prison cell who had done less than you? What, your good luck because you're fucking a police officer? Fuck you, dude. You're a human being first. And I don't give a fuck what happens in this fucking realm of reality and physicality. You're gonna check the fuck out, because nobody gets out of this fucking place alive. I want to help you, and I want to help people understand how fucked up this really is. And everybody work together, so everybody heals and we can stop the insanity of what we see happening. You know, and if it's been happening a long time, well then at least we know about it now because of the beauty of technology. And we can really put our fucking foot down instead of some of the sick shit that I see happening in this country. Fucking perversions, okay? Beyond perversions. God himself has to be just ill about it. There's no doubt in my mind. So, hey, I'm trying to help the situation here. And I want to see the same humility and understanding and comprehension of these realities given to everyone, not just a few.